Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So if you are here to find out whether the price of Bitcoin around this 41,000 has bottomed out or not, or even the relief rally type of scenario what we are witnessing here, how far is this going to continue, or is it going to form this V-shaped type of recovery and start this new trend here to the upper direction? But if it's going to fail, right, then what kind of scenario could also be unfolding next year in the immediate short term and in the upcoming days for Bitcoin? If you want to find out all these scenarios, then please watch the video till the end. And also guys, I would really appreciate if you can just take 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So now starting this analysis here in a daily time frame, when the price of Bitcoin had this correction, we form this head and shoulder type of scenario, and when the bottom line or the neckline got broken, the price also started showing this actual reversal here to the downward direction. Because if you look at the price structure here from this swing high till this swing low area, right, you can see this rally ended around this target line of head and shoulder scenario. And now what we are going to do, we are also going to look in our case, because we can clearly see the price of Bitcoin might be also forming a pretty similar scenario just like here from past Bitcoin price action. I mean, left shoulder here, head, and the right shoulder. And if you look at this head and shoulder, you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin has broken out of this neckline area, right? And if this is going to continue here to the downside, then we are aware the price of Bitcoin, right, could be approaching around this price range of 40,000, 41,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. But in our case, the price of Bitcoin actually came across this 41,000 range. And the question here is now, is this also going to play out just like here from past Bitcoin price action? I mean, a relief rally type of scenario, right, like this, again failing to break out of here, and consolidation, price retesting the lower line many times before choosing an actual trend duration just like here from past Bitcoin price action. So that's why for this to play out, I want to show you another scenario that must confirm this price movement. I mean, if we look at this price structure here now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware, Bybit and Femex both are providing around $4,100 bonus each. I mean, the total of $8,200 bonus is being provided for our community members. So if you are an experienced trader and want to take advantage of this market volatility, then this is the great opportunity, because Bybit, as you can see, is providing around $4,100 bonus if you use my ref link and sign up, which is going to take you not more than a minute, and also with Femex. So I personally use Bybit for trading, and if you want to trade altcoins, then Femex could be a great option as well. Now let's switch into other chart. I have watched my video from yesterday. I talked about this broadening wedge and why the support from this broadening wedge was so important, and now the relief rally what we are witnessing, how far is it going to continue, or is it going to form this V-shaped type of recovery and also start this new rally here in this manner? So for this recovery phase or this relief rally to continue, we have to overcome one obstacle what I mentioned on my yesterday's video, and that is the dead cat bounce. Because according to the dead cat bounce, as you can see, after we see this kind of massive price pullback, there will be from this point 2 till this point 3 a dead cat bounce type of scenario, or retracement around this 50% or 60%, since crypto is a bit volatile market, and getting rejection around this 50% to 60% Fibonacci line could also indicate that trend here is potentially going to head towards this 0.4 area, and this 0.4 is where the downward trend starts. So that's why guys, that's why if the trend of Bitcoin is going to see an actual reversal, then we have to break out of this dead cat bounce resistance line, and let me show you that here. So guys, now I will be adding this Fibonacci retracement line from this swing high till this swing low, because we want to monitor whether the price of Bitcoin is going to break out of this 0.618 Fibonacci line that is lying around 52,600, 52,500, or this 0.5 that is lying around 50,600 price range. And this is also our potential upward price target if the price of Bitcoin continue this rally here to the upper direction, because breaking and also finding support above this 0.618 will indicate the trend here is ready for this next movement here to the upside, and we could be actually forming this V-shape type of recovery. But getting rejection around this 0.618 or even this 0.5 Fibonacci line, that could indicate a clear sign of weakness and also potential downward price movement, because in a pullback like this, right, the 0.4 area is always going to be lower than the 0.2 area. So if you look in an example, you can see, guys, from this dead cat bounce, you can see this is 0.2 and this is 0.4. So the 0.4 is always going to be lower than the 0.2. So that's why, guys, we have to monitor this scenario very, very closely, because not just only the dead cat bounce resistance, I mean the 0.5 or the 0.618, because if you look at the price structure here in a bit different way, let me show you this another interesting chart. So guys, now what I'm actually going to do here, if you monitor this price movement using this rising trend line, because if you look at the price structure, the same line, right, which previously acted as a strong line of support, could be acting as another line of resistance if we approach around this 51 to 52,000 price area, because we are aware around that range the resistance from this 0.5 and this 0.618 Fibonacci line is also going to be there, and now we are seeing another resistance from this rising trend line. So that's why, guys, we want the price of Bitcoin to clearly break out of this resistance and flip it into support, because if we do that, right, then you can see also the dead cat bounce scenario will be invalid and price will be ready for this next movement here to the upper direction. So right now we will be monitoring this dead cat bounce scenario very, very closely in my video. And we are also aware, yesterday we talked about this in a weekly time frame and why this 50 weekly moving average along with this rising trend line is so important for Bitcoin, because in the past Bitcoin price action, you can see whenever we saw the price retracement, the rising trend line and also the 50 weekly moving average always acted as a strong line of support. So that's why I made it very clear on my yesterday's video. If the price of Bitcoin is going to stay above this 46,800, 46,900, then we could be expecting this relief rally happening. And this is exactly what we are also witnessing in price action of Bitcoin. But this relief rally to continue, as I've already said you, we have to break out of this 0.5 Fibonacci line, 0.618 Fibonacci line, and also the resistance from the previous support line. So this previous temporary support line is going to be another strong line of resistance around this 51 to 52,000 price range. So these are some of the scenarios I thought sharing with you in today's episode. If you enjoyed my work, then come on, guys, hit that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.